What's up, guys? It doesn't matter what please do and hop on all over the place. We have people to come into these things. Facebook and YouTube guys. So if you're watching this, skip forward a couple minutes. It's not just going to be dead air time, but I'm feed right in. We'll do the same. Share the feed, push friends, tell every single person that you know about it. We do this to inspire people to want to live. Everybody has one life they do right now. After life, and a bunch of other spiritual or religious doctrine fine too, but you're only going to have this day once. So we want to make this moment right here as magnificent as it possibly can, as incredible as it possibly can. So that's the reason why we do this and why we have so much conviction about this. So I'm going to go on here and I'm going to share this out on my feed. We're trying to get 10 shares today. We're trying to get 10 shares. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take I'm going to pick one, and I'm going to start one. This is our bunch of really super dense information, nutrition. Information as compact as we possibly can. You didn't have to have a bunch of fluff to get all tons of content in there. Please pick one and when someone wins, and one of them a free health journal. Yeah, we did. Messed it up already. Yes, in my own page. Talk about fat. You know, we confused. I would comment about fat, about on these subjects. Understandably so. I mean, you're getting just. I'm going to delete this one. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. With information that is just absolute, or is total bullshit. Margaret's wrote, you don't know what is bad information, what they should believe, what they one thing after when they were cleaning out they found all these tires from the 70s were marked high fructose corn syrup as a health supposed to add it, and you were supposed to take tea day. I mean, it's crazy. You're gonna add high fructose to your food. Go ahead and add it to your diet by taking an extra tablespoon. People were doing this stuff. They were believing. They were like, yeah, we've got to add more high fructose corn syrup. I mean, this was at its best, and that's not. The marketer is trying to sell a product. He was hired to sell a product, so he was doing his fault because we drive the market. If you do not buy fast food, there will be no more fast food. Guys, this is awesome. I'm seeing you guys show up, a few people show up. I'm going to, one of the sharers, send them a free health. But you're marketing today too. It's the same stuff. And then you're going to be like, believe that we actually, and I wonder, is it going to be the paleos? Is it, which we're going to pull out and be like, you know, that was, but I think a lot of it's really silly because a lot of it, you know, is not really that complicated. And I say that, but people just don't know. They just really don't know. So that's part of the reason we're trying to put these videos out. We are putting these videos out. We're not trying to. We are putting these videos out. Is to the market. Okay, you guys are the market. You make up the market. Where you spend your dollars is how you show your support. If you come into Grit Gym, you put your money down on the table, that means that you support. Not only that, but if you're coming in here and you're putting money on the table, every single thing that you do in your life is going to be better because you work out here. You're going to be in better shape, more energy at work. You're going to be in better shape. You're going to have more energy with your kids. So you're going to have better relationships. You're going to have more productive use of your time. You're probably going to make more money. It's the weirdest spin, happen to make more, right? So if you invest more, how much more do you actually make? You know, are you going to go out and you're going to spend money on Starbucks and order that Frappuccino, Cafe Latte, diabetes elixir, or are you going to come in and work? Able to go in and spend $5 Starbucks. Take $5 times 31. What do you get? $155 per month. You don't think that would help you get in better shape and have somebody pushing? And there's this weird thing that happens when people put money on the table. All of a sudden, they invest their efforts. They invest every single thing. They also are just super accountable to themselves. All of a sudden, they start showing up. So, but the point of that was where you put your dollars. Your dollars are your dollars. So if you chicken, do not buy it. If you do support grass-fed beef, do buy it. If you support Grit Gym, come in and sign up. If you if you're still buying fast food, that's why fast food, stop. That stuff is junk. That's one of those things. Like, is there good food and bad food? I don't know. We're gonna drop a video on this pretty soon. But is there good food and bad food? I tend to think that all varying degrees of good. You know, like, hey, if you guys are just stopping in, please say hi. I'd love to hear from you. Also, click that like button going. The more attention, better. I try to be as translucent as possible. Really, I think I look at social media just like the town square was back in the day. You know, at one point, human beings did not have towns. Awesome. We didn't have town squares. We didn't have downtown. And then all of these things popped up. And I just saw and like, so I get to see you guys' face for just a second. But we didn't have these long, and now that's the next town square. It's the next. So if you're on social media isn't liking things isn't evil. It doesn't hurt you at all. It doesn't like saying like avoid people by what you post, like spitting in the ocean. So the internet is just so incredibly big. But what were we even talking about? I don't know. But anyway, so you know, like it's fat, especially in our what is normal. So like whoever. Can somebody type how many people are the percentage of people that are obese in the United States today? And just in the U.S. Don't do the whole world. These statistics can't be really trusted anyway, but at least it gives you an idea. And you don't really even have to do that. Just look around. You know, a lot of people are carrying around extra weight that they don't want. And on some level, like I'm not judging people. Like if that's how you want to live, that's how you gotta live. But I like. Of the people, hopefully these videos can inspire them to go out and even make more exercise. Let me take that back, guys. Okay, so Scott Northern, thanks, man. More than 1/3, 0.7% of adults are considered to be obese. More than 1 in 20 have extreme obesity. Almost 74% are considered to be overweight or obese. Dude, thanks. I really appreciate it. Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, those are crazy, crazy numbers. If we think I was in kindergarten, we had one kid that we had in class, like I mean, and it wasn't like, if anything, I was probably like towards the chubby end of class 2. Like, look at these cheeks. You think I had bigger cheeks when I was in kindergarten? Yeah, I had some cheeks. Like we had kids, like, they gotta have some cheeks. We had one kid out of 12 that wouldn't be. There's no way that he was the chubby kid class. And I are listening. Hey, Carly Lipper, how are you? Thanks for saying hi. Please, guys, please share this out to 10 shares. If we get to 10 shares, the 10 that shared it, I can actually go and look that up. You had me to see it, obviously, to be like, or for YouTube or any of these to be like, we're going to show you share every single one of these. But obesity is a big deal. I mean, it's affecting, and I don't think people realize how much it's affecting because it's become a social norm. Oh, that person's overweight, or that person's obese, or that person's fat. We use a lot of different words for it, but it's a big deal. I mean, like BMI gets kind of old. It was the first one of its. It was made in the 1800s. The guy's name that made it up, but the BMI is super old, and all height and weight. So why do people still use it? I don't know. We have so many better options, but BMI. We can chart, we can carry that are just bigger people have certain health ramifications that smaller people don't. So that doesn't mean it's not good to be tall. It actually, like a healthy society tends to be a little on the taller side, and not as healthy society tends to be on the little bit shorter side. The factors that are going to go into that, obviously, but obesity is a big thing. I mean, you look at the number. Obesity is a big, really got to take it seriously. It's gotten kind of watered down now. I need to be obese. Like this, like maybe 10 or 15 years ago, I was kind of learning about this stuff about the time that it was going through the change. But right now, it's considered 30% for males and 4% for females. Like, think about those numbers. Think about those numbers. Same amount of fat. It's better if you're looking at it from 20 and 30. If you're a male and you're a female and you're 30% or above, that should be there is a healthy weight. I think if you're a female and you're around that 20 to 25 mark, doing all right. If you're a male and you're between that mark, all right. Now, there does come a point where having actually not good. Like in college, I 4.5%, way too low for a competing out. It's ridiculous, but I was shredded, man. With vein boots, I think that was like a breed. But there's different ways that we can measure. We've got the BMI. It's made in 18. Then we've got a DEXA scan. It's a pen, and it measures bone density based on quadrants. But try to, they can hear everything you're saying. Hear it back through that. So you've got BMI, you've got DEXA scans, you've got bioimpedance, you've got, and we have a scale. Just a normal scale's a hard time, mostly because there's just such a around the scale. People all measuring only. This is your relation. So the amount of mass that is on this earth is pulling you into it. Your measurement is based on that. That's it. It doesn't measure beauty or courage. Thing of you're wrapped up in that scale. People kind of put this big. I think it's really sad that I would ever use a scale and be adamant about it. It was summer. I was training female that they were hydrated during and after. So my plan was to get them drink back what they lost, or at least a portion of what they lost. So and after, and this little girl gets up to the scale and she's crying. And she, I mean, I was like 11-year-old girls. And at that moment, I was like, this is the last time I will ever ask somebody to get on a scale. I completely, like, if you walk in a grid gym, it's like, hey, it's your choice. If you want to know what completely have to require this, I do not need, like, we don't do all this like social proof bullshit. And it's like, hey, how we do it works. Dude, anything works. If you work at it, anything can cause a stimulus. And really all that fat loss comes down to is you exercise more and you eat less should come first. The eat less is the big part. The nutrition is what makes your weight go up and down. Okay? Exercise helps. Exercise is a great stimulus. What we need to do, we need to eat less if we are in the obese category. Now, for me, you just don't need a measuring device for it. I mean, if you're 5'5" and you're also 5'5", you do not need a measuring device to know that you need to lose some weight. And you also don't need a measuring device to know when you are losing weight. If you're doing what we're saying, the weight should just come off. It should just be it should just naturally. I do think that there is more psychological stuff to the fat loss thing than people think. If you believe in your head, if you see yourself as the fat girl, you're more likely to validate that. You're more likely to create truth that you have in your head. You're more the truth in the external, or a little bit spiritual, and a little bit foo-foo nonsense. But believe you are a certain way, why would you're going to go out and create that? So in your head, it's like the be, do, have. You know, most people think you have to do the stuff to become first successful, because if you become first, you'll do the things that get to where they are. But that gets in a little bit of the psychology of it all. Now, like tangible stuff, body types that most people fit into, and they're varying degrees. Super hardcore ectomorph or a super hardcore endomorph. A lot of people are though. So you've got endomorphs and ectomorphs. Ectomorphs are very long, very thin. They're going to respond to very, very well. Are the complete opposite. Let's go back to ectomorphs real quick. Ectomorphs are going to have a hard time gaining fat. These people that can eat pizza and anything they want, and I kind of hate them too. You know, it's like Rachel's. So if we were to eat the same one time, with a lot of food. And when we were first starting to hang out, I was like, listen, if you want this to look like this, then I got to stop eating. So we had a conversation. But actually on muscle, that's a really hard time. And carbohydrates, they're not going to respond to fat. Now, endomorphs are going to respond very poorly. They're going to respond very well to fat, and they're going to. They also have really gain. Nothing is that endomorphs really fit into the lower carb diet really, really well. The groups is mesomorphs are your more athletic looking types. Like I would be right in the more category. Also be more like your power lifters and ectomorphs players. Just to put it, but all of those groups are going to respond to food just a little bit. By the way, these are bracelets. A woman who works out here, let's call her a woman. Let's not call her a girl. A girl here. Her name is Amanda Scott. She's here, but she's selling these bracelets. So now we have another guy. Amanda has a sibling and two people in her family that have MS. MS is a terribly debilitating disease. It tears apart families, it ruins lives, it completely tarnishes the experience that you have in this life. So it's awful. So she's running this huge, very difficult try to raise money over to her page, AMANDA. SCOTT, and cool. I mean, they're orange and they have run the use like maybe a light black. So go over there. But fat, you know, like lose more fat. Because I mean, most people, even the people who are, you would say, oh, are probably a little too far on the fat side. What do you do about this? You need to eat less. And you need to exercise more. It really does come back to, you can say that over and over and over again. 90% of your goals are going to come back to eating less and exercising more. And some people, like, now there is a cap, right? Because we can only put so much stress on our body before it starts next. So working out one time for most people. And saying you do not have the time is total BS. Yes, you do. You can find the time. If you guys are just coming into this, we're trying to get to 10 shares today. And if we get to 10 shares, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out one of the health journals to, I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to write all your names down. I'm going to go like that. Whichever name the pin comes the closest to. I'm going to send that to you. We sell these for $10 at Great Gym. There's a bunch of dense in there about nutrition to try to clear some of that up. And please share this out. We're not going to do Zumba dancing today. That's what it was yesterday. If we would have gotten 10 shares, we would have done Zumba. I don't know, but that's what we were going to do. But yeah, you can only much. You probably need to eat less. And most of the time, I look at it, you know, let's get our lean meats in. Let's overeat, like your carbohydrates, your fat. Those are really easy to. Probably want to decrease those. Despise like the calories from a nutritional standpoint with fat loss. Like you can just put down to say, like milk is not really, especially if it's not terrible for you if it's not grass-fed. The only way that I would touch a glass of milk is if it is grass-fed milk. It's a big deal. It has more CLA and other junk that's going to be in it. And milk is milk. There's a drain estrogen counts, and there's way too much estrogen going into all of our bombarded with estrogen on a pollution, causes our bodies to produce more estrogen, causes girls to look more like dudes and dudes to look more like girls. Be found in males of today. So like my age group would have a sperm count that's about 50% less than men did 60 years ago. Go look this up. It's real stuff. It sounds crazy, but it's real. I think it's going to very negatively affect our society from a physical already, because a lot of males are walking around testosterone enhancement, which is just anabolic steroids. No one wants to call it that, but that's what it is. So they're taking it like this is by 2020. I think what do you call that? The projection or the prophecy or whatever. Men will be 40% of the male population will be on some type of male enhancement, so some type of testosterone booster, so that means 40% of the population is going to be on anabolic steroids, or 40% of the male population will be on anabolic steroids. But anyway, so I'm trying to break this up between like female and job. If you're female, the age thing definitely makes a difference, but it doesn't make enough of a difference to make it an excuse. It is not a good reason for not being able to lose fat. Like it just isn't. I mean, it does make a difference. Like no doubt about it, it makes a difference. It's definitely easier to lose fat when you're 16 years old than it is when you're 65. But you can still do it either way. Depending on the body type, especially, but total amount that you're carrying on your body, you don't want to be carrying too much fat. Too much fat it's hard on your organs, but it's just extra to carry around. And I mean, I've heard this insane. I once had a lady who was probably at least 100 pounds overweight, and she lost her first 30 pounds, and then old because the fat was coming out of her face and it wasn't plumped up enough. And I thought that was really interesting that that's the first thing that I've had. So, but that's something that girls, when they start losing fat, the first place that they lose, and it was in the arms, and they lose it, but at the same time, boobs. So it's like their boobs just like sacrifice, you know. And some girls will have trouble with that. They're like, dude, yeah, that's an interesting conversation. If you want to jump into my shoes for a second. Then the other thing is low. How hard it is to see progress. You're seeing yourself every single day. You don't notice the change. You can be down 20 pounds in 6 weeks, and you're like, but I don't see any change. You know, and a lot of people are starting out so big that 20 pounds is faith. You've got to stay disciplined. You've got to keep the faith. You have to do it anyway. You just have to keep going. The point where eating disorders do become a thing for certain people. It's rare, and it's a bummer, but it is a thing. It happens. Those are people who have an addiction that you can't. Most of the time, when you get addicted to something, it's addicted to something, cigarettes, alcohol. You take the substance away. Right? Yeah, that's not what happens with things. But this video is the opposite scenario. So we're gonna get rid of that. We'll talk about that a different way. Yeah, it's like whenever I talk about the hunger thing, because you should get hungry. Your body should feel hungry. Hunger is a good thing. And people are like, but what? Being hungry disorder is like being bug, and so they're should not even put them in the same conversation. So can we just all agree that we're all going to confront people, make those a thing? Please say that. And if you do agree with what's across the screen, and if you hate this video, I don't really care. Share it. We're trying to get to 10 shares. I'm going to pick, if we get to 10 shares, I'm going to pick one person. We're going to send our health journal out. So you've got DEXA scans, you got bio, but some people just aren't, they're too big to do a pinch test. The scale, I told you, like the last time that I made somebody that I was scared, oh, let's go. Brian, it was a big deal. And I felt like this little amazing person, it was terrible, man. I will never put a person on a scale ever again on a scale. But the other thing is, weighing in every single day is killer to your progress. Do not weigh in every single day. You can't be motivated off of that. Nothing happening. You know, and what happens that day when you had a little extra water weight, you're like, I gained 10. So I don't care if it's every Sunday morning, that's totally fine. But doing it every single day just becomes monotonous. You have to assess what type of body type you have. Stocky and be objective about it. Middle mesomorph. If you're short and stocky, you're on the endomorph side. If you are tall and thin, you're on the ectomorph side. If you're tall and thin, you can handle carbohydrates. If you are short, you can't handle carbohydrates very well. And either way, lifting is going to be great. Endomorph is probably going to respond to steady state cardio just a little bit better than the ectomorph, the weight room. You know, like if we're talking about what type of exercise really burns a lot of fat, let's get in the weight room and let's keep on doing circuit training and 1 day a week cardio stuff. You do not need to be not 5 miles a day thing. Not even if you're a bigger scale. Guys, if you're coming in, say hi. It's across the screen. We're gonna go for about 5 more minutes. Is everybody cool? Is everybody cool with me going just a few extra right at a half an hour right now? Is everybody all right with that? If you're all right with that, please just cross the screen. That's actually one of the most fun things. This stuff, it's a blast. But yeah, if you eat less, exercise, love it. Eat less, exercise more is kind of the goal. But your goal is to get to. It's still going to do 90% of what you need to do, and most of that is going to be focusing on food type, vegetables, lean meats. Whether you're endomorph or ectomorph, then if you're ectomorph, you probably need a little bit less fat and a little bit by more much. I mean like a little bit more. And if you're in a more lower carb, high protein, the ectomorph they need to get endomorph is going to respond to alactic, glycolytic, and aerobic work while they're getting strong. It still comes back to the reality of it all. Eat less, exercise more. And you can only exercise so much, so what do you got to do? Or you can only exercise so much. So what do you have to do? You got to eat less. You don't need a measuring device. You need your clothes. Get a pair, see how they fit. Okay? And then judge off of that. If you feel like you're filling those jeans out, you need to lose some weight. One of the best strategies that I've ever heard, and this is from Janet, this is from my mom. She had 4 kids, and she's still the same way. She never bought a bigger pair of clothes. She was always going to remain the same size. And if she did have, one of those clothes, never buy bigger clothes. And once you do lose, you never buy bigger clothes. You get rid of them every single time. You get rid of them as soon as you can. Do not continue to buy bigger clothes. All right. So if we're looking at fat is very real. Look at this. It's not the pity party game. You want to throw progress, I guarantee it. Fat, you're gonna be fat. You're scared of, you get more of. Come do my job for a while. Any will work. If you're overweight, you know you're overweight. And whether you're overweight, you got to believe it. You got to believe it. That otherwise you're not going to get there. And even if you do get there, you'll back up to where you do believe you belong. If you're 250 pounds, but you start believing 50-pound person, you will find a way down to stay there. If you are the person upstairs, if you believe you're 250 pounds, 150 pounds, it fires. So you'll 150 pounds. Change your mindset. You gotta switch this stuff. What kind of body type do you have, morph or mesomorph? If you're you need more, you're gonna have a hard time putting on more muscle. So if you have a really easy fat, and you're a really easy time putting on muscle, you gotta really burn a lot of calories. It's gonna be great for both groups. It's a must for both groups, but one bit better from aerobic training. Morph is the one that really needs to stay a week, 30 minutes of 120 beats per minute. Really complicated. That is much. It's probably a couple times. Recovery, it does a lot of great things, but do that don't need to jog every single day. Please don't. Eating your vegetables first thing is going to go a long way. Food type is the best thing, I think. I don't think food, there's enough research out there that would suggest your metabolism goes, but it only rises rises to, if you eat this big, it's going to go to this big of a meal. If you eat this big of a meal, your metabolism is going to rise. So you got to look at your body type. If you're if you're a male and you're 20 piece, if you are between 20 and 25% is well, I think that's reasonable. If you're a 15, yeah, you can probably, 15 is okay. I don't think the scale matters. Scale doesn't matter. It's just not going to be but like, if you just follow a few of these things, it's really not all that complicated. And you eat well, you work out, you eat better, and you just keep doing. I think what really is the level of expectation. They think it's this far. No, you got to do that because it's more than just showing up for your workout. But that should not to put that shouldn't put a stop on you. Like, you got to start. The biggest thing is that is the number one thing. Like, if all you can do right for what you do now is walked into the gym, sign up for every you have that is the biggest one I should start, so now I am. Gotta get going. Obesity is in a lot of people. I don't think people between having a stomach that they would choose to try it back. I get it. It's hard. I get it. It's difficult. Do it anyway. Okay. If we got 10 shares, awesome. I'm going to pick one of you guys. I can't see till I sign up. But if you want one of these, I'll get you one. So, and in the health at 17, and I'll get these out. So we're going to stop. Brock, out. Let everybody know we do this to inspire. You want to live. Everybody's got that they're living with this body, with this time. Make of it that you possibly can. A lot of that is breaking down. A lot of it's close. I mean, the status quo is up to the life, and I hope that some does. If it doesn't, if you hate it, tell everybody why. If you love it, just kind of tell them. But thanks, guys. We're gonna sign off. Have a good day. I'll pick a winner here.